Hello, I'm Torchio Feaster, and here's today's Tidbit with Torchio. I received a call today from a young lady who wanted to help out on the campaign. She said, I met you out in the community. She said, I saw you when you spoke at the Freedom School. I saw you at other events. I've been following you on Facebook. She said, you never know who's watching, but I've been watching. And that touched my heart because it's good to know that someone sees what I try to do for this city. They see what I try to do in this community. And she asked me, she said, what is your plan when you win? What is your plan to make our city better? And I said to her, I have so many plans. I could tell you a few. And she said, okay. I said, I want to do what most judges don't do. Most judges you see every 6 years. You see them when they're campaigning. You don't see judges around in the neighborhood. You don't see judges out on the block. You don't get to know your judges. A lot like you don't get to know your police officers nowadays. You see them when something's wrong. I think that the culture has to change. And my plan is to shift the culture in the judicial system. My plan is to shift the culture here in Flint. Because in Flint, we cannot afford to have any leaders who aren't leading. We need all hands on deck. We have to have our leaders not leading from behind a door or up on a bench, but out here in the streets working with the people. That includes judges. I told her my goal is to create mentorship programs. My goal is to have young kids starting at elementary school age come to the courthouse, shadow me, meet with a police officer, meet with a prosecutor, meet with a defense attorney, have a lunch, and get to see the court system. I said most of us don't get to see the court system or know anything about the court system until we get arrested. And I told her that's not acceptable. We need to show our youth that there are opportunities for them in the legal system. There are opportunities to be lawyers, police, judges. And they have to see that by being exposed to it. And not exposed to it at arrest, but exposed to it in regular life. I tell her I'm not too different from anybody else. I spent most of my time as a kid playing on Millbourne, hanging out with my cousins, eating government cheese, playing basketball on a milk crate on a telephone pole. But my parents exposed me to a lot of different things. My parents took me to see a lot of different types of things, museums, a lot of different kind of culture. They drove me to Arkansas and Mississippi every July during the GM shutdown. So I was able to see so many different things that it helped to expand my world, helped to expand my view of the possibilities for the world. And so my goal is to help give our youth here today a similar experience. We have to expand their worlds. Let them know what opportunities there are out here for them. And yes, we have to do our jobs, whatever they may be. Whether it's a city council person or it's a judge. We have to do that role. But that doesn't mean we can't have other roles. And in our roles as elected officials, we have to be community leaders and community builders. And so I told the young lady, when I win, that's what I intend to do. So I say all that to say is that I believe we all can make a change in our community. We all can move Flint forward, but we have to have all hands on deck. We have to have leaders not hide behind their role, not hide behind their office doors, but they have to come out and be engaged in our community. If they're not willing to do that, then we need to find someone else to fill that seat. Because, like it or not, elected officials are role models, and they have access to resources and knowledge that they can share with our community to make Flint a much better place. So that's my plan when I win this judge seat. And that's today's Tidbit with Torchio. Thank you.